Hello, and welcome to the Casino Tears podcast. I'm one of your hosts, 10 Ton is number one, and joining me as my co-host is the one and only Ed Robinson from Roll to Win Craps. If you want more info on our show, please visit our page at casinotears.com. On this week's show, we discuss the group chat, nerves, experience, lone wolf. We also touch on strawberry TP, Musso and Cappelletti's, Plunket, Kato, Go Blue, and 10 Ton takes a timeout. How you doing, Ed?
I'm getting old, but I'm good.
You getting old? You have a birthday
No.
I didn't know about? Thought it was December.
It is December.
Okay.
It is December. I'm feeling the effects.
The effects of
Getting old.
Are you taking your aminos, your amino acids, and your electrolytes?
I take amino acids every day.
Okay, good.
I take my electrolytes every day.
Okay,
I take
good.
my D3 and K2 every day.
Man, the K2, Kato.
Yep. D3 and the Kato.
You know who that was? Kato.
Kato?
Kato.
That was the little Asian dude in
Kato.
was it
You're gonna get it.
Pink Panther?
Yep.
Yeah.
Kato. That was always so funny. He would be hiding in every room when he'd go in. And then
Waiting to ambush him. Yeah.
Kato.
Keeps him sharp. You got to fight your enemies.
Peter Sellers was very funny. I don't know if he got the recognition he deserved. Did we talk about Peter Sellers? Probably.
I don't think we've ever had a discussion about Peter Sellers.
Did you ever see that movie Being There?
Dude, I can't remember if I did or not.
So Being There, he plays Chauncey Gardner, a gardener that is like mentally, like maybe, I don't know, what's a nice way of saying this? He's either retarded or he's autistic or something, right? Or slow.
Neither of those were particularly nice ways to put that.
Or something. But maybe he's got a learning disability. But the president dies and he was the gardener for the president. And then somehow they think he's the president or something, or he's in charge. Somehow this happens, right? It's a funny movie, man.
It would have to be funny if Peter Sellers was in it. He was really good. I hadn't thought about the Pink Panther series in a long time, but I enjoyed all of them.
Yeah, they were funny. But Being There, I had something like that. I probably screwed it up. I probably did. And I wasn't politically correct.
It's not required on this. It's never required on my end of the mic.
Yeah, well,
and it rarely happens. Well, I know you try to be, but it's not even possible for me because I grew up in a different era. I mean, we watched Archie Bunker and the Jeffersons, and if you didn't think that shit was funny, you weren't breathing. And if you didn't think Sanford and Son was funny, you weren't breathing. And nowadays, you can't hardly even find that stuff on anywhere to watch.
Different times, man. Sensitive times.
Yeah, bunch of sensitive asses.
Sensitive times, man.
I think we all got along better when we just laughed with each other.
I agree.
I mean, when you're laughing with people, you're getting along with people.
I think you're right. You got to be able to laugh at yourself.
You need to be able to laugh at yourself.
Mm-hmm. I can find humor in many things, actually. I really can.
What do you find humor in yourself with?
You know, there's been people that have actually thought that I was like on the spectrum, which is a nice way of saying I might be retarded or something. Or like I said, I still think there's a fine line between, being an idiot and being a genius.
Oh, definitely. Definitely there's a fine line.
But maybe just how I think.
It's like I had a client of mine call me one day and he was asking me about all of these complicated things that were going on in the markets in the world. And he says, finally goes, now, Ed, I've got 145 IQ.
Oh,
you're going to have to.
That's big.
Yeah.
It's a high IQ, man.
Yeah. You know what I said?
What?
I kid you not. I'm like, wow, that makes two of us.
Good one, man. That's a good one. That would be genius level, I think.
Yes, it is.
I think it is, right?
I think it's right.
I'd have to Google that. And another time and place, I used to give those IQ tests, administer them, Ed.
You know all the answers. You should be smart.
I guess so. You're right. You're right. I should be smart. But some of those aren't necessarily direct answers. There's like a thematic apperception test, the TAT, which they just show you.
Not a TIT, but a TAT.
Not a TIT, a TAT, and they show you a card, right? And then you give these to kids and they show you a card, and it could be a card of a dad or a man and a kid. And then there's a dinner plate, and then there's a door. Tell me what just happened, what's happening now, and what's going to happen. And then literally they have all these cards with all these little scenarios set up. And then you're supposed to, you record all of those answers. And I had to like type up all these answers. Those are painful tests, like the Rorschach test. Because right after the TAT, then you start giving Rorschach tests. What do you see? Right? I see a craps table.
I see
a 3V mutant.
The best grade I ever got in an English paper in college. They would give you a topic. I mean, they would just give you, it was a creative writing class, and they would just give you a topic. And you had, let's just say, 45 minutes of the hour class, and you had to write a short story based on that topic.
Oh, okay.
The topic was strawberry toilet paper.
Really? Strawberry toilet paper?
Yeah.
Man, yeah, I don't know what. No, this explains.
And you only got 45 minutes to write this paper.
You had to write a paper about strawberry toilet paper.
Yep.
Man.
It was magnificent.
Was
Almost won me all kind of awards. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I turned it into an economic engine of a community that was this make-believe place, and they all grew strawberries, and they had learned how to make paper out of the strawberries, and it was just turned into this world power of economic strawberry toilet paper engine.
Wow, man. That actually sounds good. I just imagined it. It's an industry.
Yeah. It was an industry built around this small community that had a lot of strawberries. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can make paper out of plants.
That is correct, sir. You didn't know what a weirdo your partner was, did you? You just thought I was crazy.
No, but that TAT test, I don't even want to go there. I would have.
Speaking of TITs.
All right, let's hear it.
Did I say TITs or TATs?
You said
Speaking
TITs.
of TITs.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like Joe Walsh? You know Joe Walsh. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little
Joe Walsh had the
he's got the acid brain there in the Eagles. But yeah, I mean, he's a fun guy.
Life's been good to me.
Yeah. One of the funniest songs ever.
What about him?
A lot of humor in that song. Have you ever heard his song ILBTS?
No, I don't own one thing by Joe Walsh.
You don't have to own it. It's available on
I've
YouTube
only heard that.
wherever.
Life's been good to me.
Yeah. Life's been good. Yeah. It's a great song. ILBTS.
ILBTS.
Yeah. And this was written.
What's the S stand for?
Well, it makes the T plural.
Oh, so it's basically I love big tits.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
That's the name of the song. You should listen to it. Classic. It's a good little rock tune.
ILBTs. I love big tits. Okay.
It's a funny song.
Man.
Everybody who's listening to us will be Googling and going on to YouTube because it is on YouTube.
I'll have a spike in listens. It's this random song that no one listens to.
I listen to it in Biloxi sometimes. I think I'll record it when Bo gets in the car when we're down in July and just put it on.
Let me just do a little date stamp right now. Today's April 8th. We are recording for the next episode 109. It's a part of the free side of Casino Tiers because we do have every other week. It's only Patreon, which I love. I love the only Patreon episode. So a couple things.
I was watching the Vegas weather cam right before you.
Oh, yeah.
Send me a link.
You know what? We've been launching the Vegas weather cam. And as I said, that will get more views in the live show, which is hilarious. But, might as well advertise who's going to be on the show, which will be in the past now. But Lip King talking about Boston, that'll be funny, man. I like talking to that guy.
I think he's coming to the Brownwater Bash, too.
I don't know. I think he's going to be back here in October, I think in Vegas. I don't know. I'll find out. It's all a blur. But, dude, I want to give shouts out to some people who signed up for Patreon. Tilted Dunk or Tilted Dunk. DUNC, Adam H, David O, Despotado signed up April 5th. Clint, H2O guy. Dude, big shout out. H2O
big shout
guy.
out to H2O. I like that guy. He's been around.
Hell yeah, man. He's old school, man. Old school. He upgraded to the hard forever. Thank you.
Thank you. Very nice.
What I'll always remember about H2O guy, him and I sat in the Horseshoe and we talked about running 4s and 10s up. and progression. So always remember this conversation about how quick you could realistically get your 4 and 10 to table max.
How fast can you do it?
For me, 4 hits.
Starting at $25.
Oh, not $25. Probably have to be 5.
Six, I think.
At $100, 4 hits, you make 4,000 and you're at table max going for 10,000 on your 5th hit.
Yeah.
Which is sweet.
It is sweet.
It's actually so tough to do. So tough to do. People think it's easy. Oh yeah, we're just going to go up to, there's a lot of shows. Oh yeah. And then casually we'll just get it up to table max on our 8th hit or whatever. You know how hard it is to hit that thing? It's hard to hit it 3 times, let alone 4.
Yeah. I mean, those are tough numbers. I mean, you've got to be at the right place at the right time with the right just mojo going on at the table.
Yeah. And you have to be in the right mindset, already thinking you're going to have a bet on the 10 or 4.
You can't same bet it and get there quick.
You can never get there quick if you don't immediately press it. It's going to take way too long. How many times? Here's a question for everyone out there. When was the last time anyone saw a 4 or 10 at table max? Actually, when was the last time you saw a 4 or 10 over 1,000? It's not that common. 3,000, you might as well have it at 5,000. I do remember, actually. It was Mr. Presset. Obviously, the guy's, it's in his name.
Yeah.
Mr. Presset, I looked
Does
over.
he ever collect?
Mr. Presset.
Mr. Collect?
Dude, that's so funny. The opposite. Like his superhero villain would probably be Mr. Collect It.
Yeah.
And they battle it out.
Yeah. Yeah, they
You
would.
know? Mr. Collect It versus Mr. Press It. All right. So then there's Matthew S., Big D, Brad H., Adam H. And then I mentioned this Turd Ferguson, Sonny, Nicholas M. And then this is going back to hitting March, which was Ripper joined up. Appreciate it, Ripper. And then Simp59. That's some recent subscribers. Appreciate it. Keeps us going.
I wonder if he's a Marine. Well, you said Simp59.
Simp59. And actually, he signed up for he sent me a message and I sent him your QR code. That's why I asked for your QR code.
For the Brown Water Bash?
Yep. And so I sent him that.
Yeah, that's for the sign up for the text group.
Now, Ed, speaking of text groups, I was going to have a whole show scheduled. I wanted to talk to you about 2 topics. Going to take a very long time. And I can't wait to talk about it, but we're not talking about that today. Systems, all that shit. Because the next episode 110 is Dice Coach Dials In. So we're going to have to plan for that. So after people listen to this podcast, send in your questions by hook or by crook. Figure it out. Get them over to us. We're going to read them on air. Patreon people get them read first. First episode in the hundreds of Dice Coach Dials In. I love those.
It's probably our most popular episode.
Without a doubt, man.
I mean, because you got Mr. Dice Coach coming in. They're a lot of fun for us to record anyway. So it's great.
Yeah. Anytime you get a chance to talk to Dice Coach, it's great. And he's stoked for it. And we just go as long as he wants to keep filling up his wine glass, right?
Yep.
So get those questions in now. This will be on topic. But speaking of your QR code, I realize you're not in our group chat. And so I thought it might be, it might be interesting for you to hear what's in our group chat, because our group chat is actually pretty awesome. And I was reading it today and I'm like, hey, you mind if I read this? And they were like, yeah, no problem. Of course. So
if I ever get a burner phone, I'll let you put it in the group chat.
Okay. There are a lot of great pictures of ferrets. There's a great picture of Spock from Star Trek doing a fucking Vulcan mind grip on 2 ferrets, Ed. BRB sent. This picture is so funny. I should post this. I mean, it is.
You should.
It is crazy.
I want to see it.
Oh my God, dude. It is hilarious. Dude, I'll text it to you right now. It is so funny. It is so funny. Let me see if I could save this photo, man. Okay. I'm going to send you this. BRB sent this over. Man, this is funny, Ed. And then, oh my God, G-Dub sent me a picture of the $50 ferret, which was hilarious. Ferrets are a thing, Ed.
Kind of looks like my ferret that I was doing on the AI video program a while back.
That is hilarious, man. Ferrets are a thing. So I wanted to read some of these chats because they're actually really cool. And a lot of people, it seemed like a lot of people enjoyed that topic, even though the episode by our standards was short, organizing a group.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let me just jump in on some of these. All right, Ed, I'll just read a couple of them to you.
All right.
So you can get an idea of what happens in our chat. And that's the other good thing about why you become a member of Patreon, because you have access to this chat of very like-minded players that are talking about different topics, which is something that I always lacked as a player. I wish I had a group of players. I was out on an island floating in the middle of the ocean with no other people that I could talk about the game with. Seemed like decade. Well,
Yeah.
way over a decade.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I was only talking to Oliver. And like I said, even when we were talking to Toranaga, I would talk to him. You know what I mean? Just about stuff, because until you find a group of people, it's a lonely existence. Okay. The Plow, he says, after listening to episode 108, I have a couple questions for those who have participated in the CT experience. I'm assuming everyone plays out in their mind getting to shoot with Ed, Bo, and 10 Ton after signing up for the event. 1, were you confident or nervous in your ability to shoot at the private table beforehand? 2, were you more, less, or just as nervous once you had taken the class and you were actually in the moment?
Good question.
It is a good question. And then check this out. Lip King. Okay, Lip King. I will give my full candid opinion during tomorrow night's live and touch upon Testaverde's thoughts, which, man.
He had good thoughts.
Yeah.
That'd be a good show.
Dude, by the way, my giggity was spot on.
You were giggiting it up, dude.
That was a spot on giggity. I recorded probably like 8 giggities, but that was the first one I nailed. I nailed it. I'm like, okay, this is the one. All right. G-Ray says, not nervous, just disappointed in the collective play. Everyone seemed to do better in smaller groups. Everyone can have a bad day, ... but 2 days in a row.
I only had 1 day in a row. And that was because all you ferrets came to my table.
Ripper, I haven't been to the event, but was lucky enough to play with 10 Ton and Bump John at Palms on a random night. I was already on the table throwing and recognized 10 Ton and said hello. After tossing a few moments, I let them know that I was nervous and that I was using Bump John's set 1446. Of course, they were gracious and told me not to worry. Fun night, and they both ended up that night. I was posted at stick right 1 and moved so 10 Ton could shoot. Bump John was posted at stick left 1. So this reminded me, Ed, if I'm at a table with anyone and anyone's shooting, I don't expect anything. You know that maybe the problem is expectations. I expect a little more out of Bump John because I've seen his toss the most out of anyone and have played at a table with him the most. So I have expectations of him doing well, of him hitting his numbers. But dude, if you're at a table with me, I could care less if you PSO. That's the most important thing. I could give a fuck if you PSO. I really could, because in my mind, we're just finding the guy that's going to have, and I think it goes in cycles. Some guys will be hot for a little bit and then they'll cool off, and maybe someone else will be hot. And it's just finding that little pocket of who's on the heater. But I could care less, Ed. So basically, if you're ever at a table with me, just know I could care less if you PSO. I really can. I'm expecting to shoot well. I'm going to be more disappointed in myself, but I could care less if you PSO. I expect everyone else to PSO in general.
You're hoping they have a good roll, and if they do, that's just more ammo for when you roll. All right, so have you ever been nervous?
Yeah, dude, I told you I was, and this is why I wanted to have this talk with everyone, because case in point, going and meeting up with Dice Coach, playing live, not nervous at his place because it's comfortable shooting there. You're not nervous. You're in a little, but it's when it's live and there's money on the line, dude, I was nervous. I'll always remember my hand was shaking because I felt like I had the legend, betting. Who knows what he was betting? Not much, but to his credit, right? But he was betting on me and he was going to be judging me, right?
Yeah.
And so I was nervous. Of course I was nervous. We'll still always laugh about it, but literally my hand was shaking. So I understand what that is. Now I'm like, Bo, I'm going to shoot these fucking dice right at you in the hook and I'm going to fucking make them all in front of your face. That's kind of how we are now. And
Yeah.
so not nervous, but that's because nervousness is a function of not being able to consistently, let alone practice, do it live. And so I get so much experience that I'm not nervous. It's like second nature going.
That's what it boils down. You said that E word.
Experience.
Yeah. I think that will in and of itself. And it's not just years at the table or multiple months at the table, whatever the case is. It's more about it's the experience of shooting at a table with someone that you have a high degree of respect for, possibly, right? And or you just don't want to screw up and you're nervous that you will, whether they're your coach, whether they're your mentor, but there's somebody you kind of look up to in the game, and then all of a sudden you get kind of nervous. It takes a little while doing that with experience to get over that nervousness, I think. Because I remember being nervous for all the time.
Were you nervous in front of another shooter?
I was nervous in front of a stick man. I mean, I was nervous in front of everybody. I mean, yeah, I was like, "Ugh." But you know, your fingers, you pick up the dice, and all of a sudden you got Tourette's. I mean, you're just like shaking. So
Parkinson's.
Parkinson's. That's
Tourette's,
the word.
Tourette's would be me because I swear all the time. All right.
Yeah.
That would be
All right,
me.
so
I would have Tourette's.
picking up the dice and you got Parkinson's. So, I mean, it's like those are the times you've just got to kind of grind through it a few times until you go, this
But
is
if
no
you
different
had,
than
if you had Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and Tourette's, you would forget to swear.
I would forget to swear while I was shaking.
Yeah.
So,
You would forget everything.
I'd forget my die set.
Yeah, you would.
What was that die set? What was I using?
Oh my God. And then I started thinking about what was different. What was different was, okay, you come out here for a weekend and then you shoot. By the time you leave, you're comfortable. You're, just the whole process. When I was living in LA, even if I was coming out here once a month, it's like even that time, I still had to reset. It almost like I'd go back to beginning. I wouldn't just pick up where I left off. You'd have to get comfortable again and acclimate yourself. Those nerves sort of reset. A lot of times that has a lot to do with it. It's just the sheer amount of time at the table, but consistent time at the table.
It's hard to get that nervousness done if you're only like playing once a quarter versus maybe once or twice a month. And not everybody has that luxury. Not everybody has the luxury of playing every week, or you could play every day if you wanted. But people like me, we're going to play once or twice a month because I got to drive 5 hours just to get there.
That will leave you at some point, the nervousness, but a little nerves are always good. I'm always a little nervous, but not in that nervous where my hands are shaking. Beyond that. Okay, so I'm going to continue with these because these are all great.
Right ahead.
I just finished listening to. This is from Brunowski. Hey, everyone, this is 10 Ton. And don't you hate it when we end the show like that? Right when you're getting into it, you're invested in the convo, and then bam, out of nowhere, we just leave you hanging. If you're on our Patreon page, though, you get the full episode along with some show notes. Hope to see you there. And of course, new episodes drop weekly every Tuesday. Let me repeat that. New episodes drop weekly every Tuesday. We hope you enjoyed this podcast and will tell all of your fellow craps playing friends about it. Please follow Casino Tears on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app. If you like the show, please rate it 5 stars and leave a review. The best and most fun way to contact us would be to call and leave a message on our official Casino Tears vent line, 229-NO7. You can also email us at no7@casinotears.com. And lastly, to help support this podcast, you can visit our Patreon at patreon.com/casinotears. On behalf of Roll to Win Craps from Alabama and 10 Ton is #1 from Las Vegas, thanks for listening.